Come on, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Is it safe to say, do we finally have our Chelsea back? Because today we pulled off a brilliant, but can we keep things real, expected comeback performance win against Tottenham in their own stadium. Throughout the entire game, I'm watching the Spurs fans treating their stadium like the biggest dustbin in London. They thought they were getting to our players. This entire time, it was absolutely outrageous. So I just felt to myself, you know what? I need to catch my breath. But this game was just absolutely nuts for good and bad reasons. But I have to say, if there was ever a club in this country that could easily let slip gifts given to them for free, 2-goal gifts in a game of this magnitude in their own stadium, it is going to be none other than Tottenham Hotspur, because there's a culture of failure. There's a culture of failure that is intrinsic, that's in this club's DNA, that's historical failure over many decades right now. You can't get rid of a virus like that, yeah? But right now, you compare that to us, we're a team on the rise again. And for me, the fact that we were able to correct our mistakes and come back and lead a game that all of us expected us to win, this is a great sign of things. It's a great sign of the improvement we have, that the players did not lose faith after an indescribable, awful, terrible 10-minute period where I'd never seen this in my entire life as a football fan, from 2 moments of Cucurella slipping. We gave Spurs a 2-goal advantage. I still can't believe it. You know, the first goal, could Cole have done a bit better? Maybe, but at this level, you know, the moment you give a gift like that, the quality of the players at disposal in this league, they will take advantage of that 9 times out of 10. And I'd be expecting most strikers to try and finish from there. And obviously the second opportunity coming yet again from Cucurella slipping. This time, I thought we could have done a lot more to prevent Kulusevski taking that shot off. Could Sanchez have done better at the near post? Could Cole again have done better to block the shot going in, which is a part of his game I think he can develop and grow as time goes on. But we had a massive disadvantage against us. And the fact that we saw this team not lose hope, not give in to the disappointment, but instead reignite their game plan, confidence, faith in their setup, the system, and belief that they could get back to win this game. For me, this is like one of the biggest signs of improvement we are going to see this entire season. And it shows us how far we've come from the struggling days, the days of the trenches, to now be a team that I can confidently say right now is a CL caliber team. We are a Champions League caliber team. I can't tell you right now, though, that we are title challengers. I still think that there are many unanswered questions. And I think with how we ended this game, 4-3, listen, 4-2, that gives you a lot more to come from, because obviously we gave 2 goals away for free. But to concede that 3rd goal near the end, when Spurs turned the pressure on for 5 minutes, we just kind of lost, not confidence, we lost concentration. These are the moments we can get punished for as the season goes on. And I still haven't seen how we perform when it comes to unlocking low block defenses, keeping more clean sheets, which is essential if you want to win titles. You need clean sheets. And of course, getting more results against the big teams. But listen, we saw some smaller questions answered today. And I think without a doubt, you are now seeing a Champions League caliber team that can finally now start thinking about the bigger pictures ahead. But I need to go back to this game. I have to talk about what we saw. And I think one of the main issues that we saw in the first half that kind of created the issues that hurt us was the fact that the balance in defense wasn't on point today. We had 3 left-footers at the back, Cuckoo, Colwell, and Badiashile playing on the right-hand side, which was a bit of a surprise. And I just think that the passing synergy and rhythm and routines and confidence that we would typically see when you have a right-footed guy, left-footed guy in the middle, and a left-footed guy, out wide, that was lost. Because every time Spurs pressed us, because they pressured us quite a lot in that first half, we were too susceptible to playing the ball back inside. back inside, back inside, back inside, more than we ever normally do. And let's remember that we don't typically do that. And I think Spurs were able to create some fortune from some of the disruption when it comes to our build-up play and our progressive play. And I think when that was finally addressed in the second half, we became the ultimate dominant force by far. I mean, listen, the first half, it started awful, but the way it was progressing, the reaction was there. I mean, we have to talk about that goal today from Jadon Sancho. Incredible Borussia Dortmund peak form Sancho. What an excellent strike. And it was something I kept screaming in my review, live stream today, in the game. And that's the fact that, take these shots off early. That's how you force your luck. We kept trying to create opportunities for the perfect shooting position. No. When the half chance is there, take it. Trust your technique. And Sancho most definitely did that. And throughout that first half, we were regularly just creating a lot of havoc down Spurs' flanks time and time again. I was really impressed yet again by Enzo Fernandez. I'll discuss him later on. But his relationship with Sancho down the left-hand side was very promising. The rotations, they were taking turns, making runs inside, runs away, creating space for each other, etc., etc. And I think that culminated in the first goal that we saw from Jadon Sancho. But realistically, I think 5-10 minutes after that, there was a moment for us to completely find ourselves back in the game 2-2 within half an hour. And Cole Palmer, he showed that he is also a human being. Excellent play yet again. Enzo is making these great inverted runs in behind. He plays a nice, cute, weighted pass back into the box. And Cole Palmer on his stronger foot, on his left foot, he misses. And I think in that moment, especially in my stream, a lot of people were losing a bit of faith and hope, thinking, shit, do you actually sub off Cole Palmer? Do you bring on Felix? Do you bring on Nkunku? And I have to say this right now. With Cole Palmer's 2 goals in the end, it's a reminder that you never, ever, ever sub off Cole Palmer unless he is injured. Because we have to realize who Cole Palmer is. He doesn't have to be in the game 24/7 playing his peak football to affect things and make things happen. Yeah, let's understand who the guy is and what he does, because we can't be making this mistake again about calling for Cole Palmer to ever get subbed off after first half performances. But you know what? As that first half went on, not scoring the equalizer was a little bit annoying. But I felt like for the last 10-15 minutes, we were pushing the intensity even more. And I think some players that really stood out, Romeo Lavia, listen, he was subbed off, I think, based on the fact that he had a yellow card, but he was not subbed off for his lack of ability today. I mean, did you see some of the tackles he made, how he broke up the play, some of the passes through lines? There was that one brilliant pass that took out like 3 Spurs guys when he found Cole Palmer on the right near the end. This guy's got a lot of promise, and I can see why we invested big money to sign him. He looks excellent. But I saw other players stepping up, and that definitely helped us. And it gave me and a lot of us confidence that we can turn things around now in the second half. And boy, did we do that. As I mentioned, Gusto coming on, creating that balance finally out from the back. It means that we can play forward now. It means that we're not playing things back inside where we're more prone to be giving into Spurs' pressures and giving away silly giveaways in our own half, like we saw in that first half. Maresca, he just knows how to fix things, when to make subs at the right time. It's these little details. He's giving us an extra weapon based on his management, and it really helps us. And bro, from that beginning of the second half, it was just non-stop pressure. Like, I think for a good 7-8 minutes, it was just all us playing balls left to right, backwards and forwards, great pace. Switch balls to isolate the wingers against Spurs' fullbacks. The ball did not go out of play for 7-8 minutes. And you think to yourself, no way are Spurs sustaining this, because we are absolutely moving to these guys on a different level right now. And I guess it's no surprise in the end that our moment to equalize comes from the spot. And obviously, it was converted by none other than Mr. Cole Palmer. Moises Caicedo, really impressed with him, whether he's inverting from the right-hand side or playing more central in midfield like he was in the second half. I mean, the fact that he was the one to win us the penalty because he was making that run in behind to receive that Sancho pass tells you everything about what this guy is doing in midfield and just solidifies his claims as one of the best, if not the best midfield player in the Premier League right now. I mean, one of the best turnarounds I have seen because it happened so quickly. Incredible for Moises. And Cole Palmer from the spot, no matter how crazy and funny this game was, you always believe that this guy is going to score no matter what from the penalty spot, and he did that. And the moment we did that, you could tell that the Spurs had kind of realized their fate had been sealed from that point forward, and this was going to be a very long day for them, and that they had lost the game. I still think it's incredible that they could have a 2-goal lead. And what was the game plan to really nullify us, make our lives harder, to stop us? Nothing was there. Incredibly poor from Spurs, to be honest. But then we have to discuss the third goal. And that third goal, boy, Enzo Fernandez. He's really proven that he is a world-class potential number 8. I hope you guys who've been watching me for a long time, I've been saying religiously, Enzo is an 8. Enzo is an 8. He can work on these things. He can improve on things. And one thing I've been praying for this guy to improve upon is how he arrives in the box and is shooting inside the box and outside. And we are now seeing him adding that to his game. And this is now adding something to the team because Cole Palmer, again, he turns on the gears. A nice little Mahrez-esque mazy run from the right-hand side. Of course, deflects back to Enzo, and Enzo, with a strike that would make Frank Lampard proud, with his left foot, beautiful like curling technique, bottom left corner, excellent goal. And you saw the passion from him. Did you see that? The slow motion replay, saliva spraying everywhere. I had to kind of cover my eyes for a second to not get hit by that. Look how the players reacted. They know they had done that. That was a reaction that shows the overwhelming belief that they have in each other and the manager and in everything right now, because we had come back from a very advantageous position to come back to lead this game away from home. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And not long after that, listen, if you're going to beat Spurs, you got to humble these guys, right? And we get another penalty. And this time, Cole Palmer, who was getting a lot of stick from the Spurs fans, throwing all their used wrappings on him and cartons and anything and everything, showing this guy no respect. Cole Palmer steps up and he's like, you know what? I'm here to complete my revenge arc. And he steps up with a Panenka, makes Foster look like an old man, and he goes to the Spurs fans and he starts shushing them and giving them the burr. I mean, come on, man. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The only thing that sours it very, very slightly is that it should have been 4-2. It shouldn't have been 4-3. I don't think Vega or Felix should have been the subs. I think he's lucky to be part of the squad. I think he's got potential, but not this season. I think it was very sloppy. And it's little details like that. That's why I can't say we are title challengers, because title challengers, they don't concede goals in that manner or lose focus that quickly after doing incredibly well to get back. But I have to quickly say, it wasn't necessarily the best day today for Nico Jackson, but I will say I loved his reaction as he stepped off that field. He was angry, he was fuming, and he was angry and fuming at himself because he knows that Tottenham, they are a delicious meal for him because that is his club, and this is the club he has fun against. And yeah, he was not there today, but this reaction shows that he knows that, and I'm hoping he proves that in the next game that he starts now and turns things around. I think maybe Neto today as well was a bit predictable with his movements and his dribbling. Never understood this whole Madueke versus Neto on the right-hand side. I think, honestly, they're kind of similar players, similar level. Feels very much like a redundant conversation when people will just bet their mortgage that Neto is the clear upgrades, when I just thought today it wasn't all there. But I have to say, man, boys, the team today, they should be proud of themselves. I'm really curious to see why exactly Cucurella was so slip-prone at the start of the game. I'm sure there's a logical reason that will be explained. But the fact that a lot of us felt like we are destined to have a convincing win against Tottenham today, and we somehow created that in our own type of odd way, tells you a lot about how, you should be feeling the confidence in this Chelsea team. You should be feeling the confidence in the direction we're going in. It should recontextualize a lot of the ills and woes that we faced and felt over recent seasons. And it's time to realize this season, this is really the start now of a new era. at this football club. And we are being steered in the right direction now by a manager of Enzo Maresca's ability. So right now, my friends, soak this in. This is one of the wins today that you can then, goad your friends with, or your work colleagues, or your school friends who are Spurs fans this week. It's going to be a very long week for Spurs fans today. I'm really feeling for their mentals. But yeah, we showed today that we are a serious team. We got the statement win that we came here to get. And we've utterly embarrassed Spurs today by beating them 4-3. So my friends, I hope you guys were gassed for this game. I hope you guys are gassed for this season and for the channel. I hope you all enjoy. Hit that like button, show some love. And I'm going to bounce right now. Have a good Sunday. Cool.